What's going on, zombie enthusiasts, and welcome back to our channel. And for today, for you all, I'm gonna show you the build I'm gonna bring to YCS London and top with today. And hopefully that's not gonna age bad. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so for the main deck, I'm gonna running the 3 Unizombie with the 3 Banshee and 3 Mizuki. The standard 9, I pretty much never change it, like always. Moving on from that, running 2 Doom King. I'm afraid of the bestials, and the runic banishing one of my Doom Kings, so I'm running 2 just in case. With the 1 Spirit Dao for the extension, 1 Gozuki for even more extension, and getting rid of Doom King stuck in hand or a Spirit Dao in grave to trigger the banish effect. For the tuners, I'm running 1 Plex Predator zombie. I'm gonna come to it later, I'm gonna explain why I chose that. And 1 Mad Mauler for extension and recursion. Remember, every turn he's gonna special summon himself from the grave and let you synchro summon. And 1 Glow Bloom, which is Specialist Spirit Dao or Doom King. For the non-zombie cards, I'm running 1 Sharon, 1 Agido, and 1 Killback. I'm apologizing if I triggered any of your PTSDs out there. But come on, milling 5 is just the best in this deck. And with Sharon, you can either discard a Mizuki, Banshee, Agido, Killback, or whatever zombie to special summon herself and mill 3. And you could mill anything from like the set Banshees and Mizukis for extension. And these 2 are just mill 5. That's all they do. They don't do anything else but mill 5. Moving on to the punk package. With a 2 Zamin, 1 Foxatune, and 1 Deer Note. With the complementary 3 Emergency Teleport. I feel like the pump package is quite underrated, and there is a combo where you can summon the zombie vampire to mill 4 as per summon 1, which you can mill either an extension or Unizombie to special summon itself and mill more and discard more and modulate its level to tune. But not only that, you get to special summon 1 of the level 8 synchros, which I'm gonna show in Drex deck. And even though Deer Note is a brick, which I seem to draw quite often, funny enough, here's where the Plex Predator comes into play. You can mill the Plex Predator, and the Plex Predator is gonna put your Deer Note that you draw on top of your deck to and then you can use another effect like Banshee to activate Zombie World to shuffle your deck and make sure you don't draw Deer Note again. Or you can just go into the Zamin with the Italy combo, and yeah, here is what I was talking about earlier, the Plex Predator. Not only use it to tune or an extend, you use it to put the big brick back into the deck. Speaking on the spells, running the 3 Zombie World, you do need to run 3, since in a quite extended game, I'm pretty much going through most of the time. I'm always on my last Zombie World, and by the point I get to my last Zombie World, I either win or lose. So 3 of them always come into play. Also, it's not that bad to draw. It does suck to draw, but at least you can use your mill to extend instead of sending a Banshee for Zombie World. And then I'm gonna move on to the board breakers. I'm running 3 Forbidden Droplet. It's an amazing card in this deck. You can mill your Banshees, Mizukis that you drew, or the Ishizu cards to negate your opponent's monsters and unclog your hand at the same time. Speaking of cards that stop your opponent's monsters and unclog their hand is super poly. It's plays a similar role as Droplet. You only get to discard one, but the fusion effect is so much more powerful, getting you a body on board and your opponent cannot respond to it or anything. If you have a problematic card like a Beastler or something, you shotgun Super Poly in the draw phase to fuse their Beast Dweller. And more cards that discard from hand is the 2 Book of Lunar Eclipse. Amazing card against Cash right now. Not only going second but also going first, since you can book 2 of their monsters, and this doesn't have to apply just to Cash, it applies to every Synchro, Link or Exceed deck out there. You can book their materials when you go first, you set it down and you get an extra interruptions or a board breaker. And then to the last spells, I'm running 2 triple tactics. This just reminds you why Pot of Greed is never gonna come back. Drawing 2 in my locals and all my test games has been so powerful, allowing me to even if I break or something, and getting those extra 2 cards just completely unbricks my hand, and I can go nuts on my opponent by drawing either a Extender or Banshee or something Mizuki that I want to discard, or a card that allows me to discard like the Super Polies, the Droplets and everything. Sometimes I'm tempted to use the second effect of triple tactics to take one of my opponent's monsters, but I'm gonna use it to draw. It's just a Pot of Greed, since everyone loves to Imperm or Ash the Unizombie. You get a Pot of Greed out of that at least. And the one Foolish Barrel, self-explanatory. Your entire deck wants to be in the grave, so Foolish Barrel. If it was a 3, I would run it a 3. But yeah, that would be it for the main deck, so I'm gonna move on to the side deck. Or no, the extra deck, sorry. Alright, so for the extra deck, I'm running 1 Fascinator for stealing one of my opponent's monsters and link climbing, 1 Sucker for draw power, and 1 Advocate Savior. When going second, I can break boards and mill 1 zombie in the meantime, like a Doom King for extra damage or recursion, and just 1 the Zombie Vampire. Like I said earlier, he comes up in the punk combo. Since you're gonna summon a Synchro 8 and you're gonna special summon the Foxy Tune from the grave, you're gonna have 2 level 8s where you can overlay for Zombie Vampire and mill those 4 cards. For now, moving on to the Synchros, I'm running 1 Psyche Punisher. No one really has a main deck response to Punisher, so when you synchro summon this card, it's probably gonna be the end of the game. Since your punk combo, Xiamin pays 600, so you're guaranteed to have lower life than your opponent, so second Punisher is gonna be unaffected by opponent's activated effects. But also his effect, where you can pay 1,000, banish 1 card you control, where you can banish a Spirit Dao or something, and 1 card your opponent controls, and that's just gonna give you a free extra 1k attack in the battle phase. And then 1 Baron the Floor as my level 10, and another level 10 because sometimes I get locked into zombies, so I can't summon a friend from the extra deck except zombies. So instead of Baron, in a situation like that, I summon the Red Eyes to mainly special summon the Felgrand from the grave for extra interruption. Mainly the combo goes, you first summon Felgrand as your level 8, and then you summon a level 10 in your Lord. Speaking of other level 8s, I'm running multiple level 8s. since the pan combo facilitates easy access to level 8, and one of the most broken level 8s being the Axel Synchron. With this complementary Stardust Dragon, Axel is such an amazing card, especially in this deck. On Synchro Summon, you get to special summon a tuner from your grave, so that can be a Mad Mauler, but that locks you into zombies while it's on the field. Or Plex Spreader, which is a really good choice for going to Baron or something. Or just the Glob Bloom that maybe I didn't use because I didn't need to trigger Doom King at that time. Bloom was milled to the grave or something. But not only you get to possibly extend from the grave with a tuner, you can tribute it in case they beastil away your Foxy Tune or something for a Stardust, and Stardust can protect your zombie world and your other cards, but mainly the zombie world. And if you get a Synchro on the field, you get to Synchro Summon, which sometimes Synchro Summon into Psyche and Punisher or Baron the floor, and they're gonna be guaranteed to get to be unaffected by opponent's activate effects. But sometimes, if I don't have a tuner in the grave, I instead go for Cyframe Gear Gamma. Gamma, it's really good. Allows me to recur my banished Mezukis or Banshees from the grave, and not only that, if I only have Gamma on board, at least in my opponent's turn, I'm gonna get to reap one card out of their hand. And one Immortal Dragon as my level 6. Mad Mauler allows you easy access to Immortal Dragon, since you can special summon the Spirit Owl. Spirit Owl can meal away the Mad Mauler, and Mad Mauler is gonna bring itself back, decreasing Spirit Owl's level to 4 and allowing you to go into Immortal Dragon for an extra meal. It's basically just an extra step to get a recursion in the grave, since Immortal Dragon special summon itself when one of your zombies is destroyed for an extra meal. And that will be it for the synchros, and then it's just mainly super poly targets. In Draco Necro, the best super poly target. If zombie world is on the field, anything can get super polyed away. One Garura, the second best super poly target ever, since it allows you to draw one when it's sent to the grave. It's level 6, which can easily get modulated. If you have a Unizombie that uses effect to send the Banshee or something to the grave, then it's gonna be a level 4, and since this is 6, that's gonna be a Baron going second. And one Mad Dragon. I was debating if I should play the Mad Dragon, and I'm still debating this. It's probably gonna be on one last minute decision, because against Cash they can reap one card, and probably, since they don't really know what my deck does, they're probably not gonna go for the Synchros or the Exist or the Link. They're probably gonna see the fusions, and they're gonna go for Garura. If that would be the case, I will still have Mad Dragon, but I also want the level 9, and that would be the Virtual World Shenshin, which I don't know. I'm gonna post an update later to discuss about this, if I made the last minute call to push Shenshin instead of Mad Dragon. I'm still debating that. But that will be it for my extra deck, and let's move on to the side deck. Alright, so for the side deck, I'm running the 3 Gamma Seal. Absolutely wrecks a Rysar Pass, but also any other card that's unaffected. If my opponent has a spare, I know he can special summon Barons, or I don't know, if someone is gonna play Blackwing, they can go into Full Arbor Master. At least I know I have some coverage, and the Gamma Seal is just good in general. And something that might be quite controversial, I'm running the 3 Ash. I know, quite a weird choice to have in the side, but this deck really struggles against branded, So I couldn't really feed Ash in the main deck. I tried, but I couldn't really find a place since I wanted to play the board breakers and the triple tactics. But in game 2 or 3, at least I know I have a possible OTK or against branded. And for the spells, I'm learning 3 twin twisters. No heavy feather duster. Again, I couldn't really find a place for it. And 2 twisters in this deck is just superior. You only get to destroy 2, but it's a quick effect and a discard 1, which is really important for this deck, since you want to discard all your monsters you drew for your turn and extend. Next, Deep Barrier. Everyone should be running Deep Barrier. This card has been so good as format so far. It's nuts. I don't need to explain. All the decks out there either only run XEs, only run fusions, only run synchros, and Deep Barrier just completely wrecks them. And for extra board breaker, evenly matched. If I know my opponent doesn't really have Omni Negates, I can side in the evenly matched to deal with him. Also against back row heavy decks, evenly matched completely destroys them. Since again, back row heavy decks don't really have access to Omni Negates. But that would be it for the side deck and the entire deck profile, and hopefully it's gonna carry me to victory. Since I've worked hard on it this past few weeks. I've not been uploading that much because I was playtesting a lot. I've been going to locals, testing out. I've been trying out with friends on simulators online and everything in person, and I am quite happy with this deck. At first I was like, I should win, so I'm gonna play Tactics, but no, it spiritually fits me for my first YCS to go with zombies. It has to be done. So no matter what happens, I'm gonna be happy because probably gonna get a win or 2 with zombies. And that's all that matters to me. If I don't get to top, but at least I get a few wins with zombies at the YCS. And I'm gonna post another follow-up video on Monday or Saturday or Sunday to let you guys what happens. But as soon as the first day ends, I'm gonna make a community post on YouTube to let you guys know what happened. So fingers crossed, everything is gonna go well, and I'll be hearing you or seeing you guys later. Casus signing out.